Hello guys, Ezebeast here, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. So patch 8.3 is going to be coming out early next year, and with it, it'll bring a lot of new mounts. Now there's around 20 odd different mounts, some that you get from making the allied races, and some that are going to come from quite difficult methods of accuration, if that's even a word. So what I want to do today is show you where these mounts come from and how you're going to get them. Some have been confirmed, some haven't been confirmed. There's some quite little intricate details that need confirming really, but what I want to do today is show you where these mounts come from, and for most of them how you can get them, but some still need to be confirmed. So with that, let's get rid of my face and jump into the video. So number one on the list is the Wicked Swarm. Now this guy is sold by Rathian in the Chamber of the Heart for 100,000 corrupted mementos, and that seems like a lot because it is. So you're going to be basically collecting these throughout most of your time in patch 8.3, and you're going to need to use them in the Heart Chamber to power up yourself basically, and your legendary cloak and things like that for when you're tackling horrific visions and whatnot. So really, initially, you're not going to start saving up to get this mount because you're going to need to use these to progress yourself in patch 8.3. But once you've done that to a decent level, or if you're just doing it on an alt, likely after a month or so, you'll just save these up if you want this mount, and that's that. Same way you did with prismatic mana pills in Naj'Yotah when you stop needing stuff from there. Next on the list, we've got the Obedient Drone. Now this is the same model as the guy before, but it's a recolor. Now as you'll notice, both of these mounts use the same skeleton as the B mount that the Alliance got recently. Now these are seemingly not faction specific though, so don't worry. This is apparently through a quest line like we've seen in the past, where you acquire like a small version of this and you kind of train it up through a series of quests, probably daily quests, into a mount. And that's how you did get that one. And then another version of this mount, we've got the Malevolent Drone, which comes during the Oldham Assault from the rare called Corpse Eater in Oldham. So we're not sure if this is going to be a 100% drop chance or not. Probably not. A bit like Rust Feather in Mechagon, it probably isn't going to be 100%. Now next we have this really good looking mount called the Uncorrupted Voidwing. This is really cool. Now this is a quest called Lost Flight, which starts from an item dropped by N'Zoth on heroic difficulty or higher. So this is basically the ahead of the curve reward for that. Then we've got the Mail Muncher. Now this drops from Horrific Visions, which are a new system in 8.3. It's something you're going to be doing, so you're going to have a chance to get this quite early on. Now this is a drop that you get from a rare spawn that has a chance to be in any Horrific Vision that you take part in, so just keep your fingers crossed for this. Kill it. It will, if the rare isn't there all the time, it will likely be a 100% drop chance, so make sure you kill this rare if it's there. Next we have the Black Serpent of N'Zoth. Now this shares this guy's model, it's a recolor. This comes from completing the meta achievement for Horrific Visions called Through the Depths of Visions. Now there's 4 achievements that make this up. It's likely going to take you quite a bit of time and quite a few Horrific Visions to complete this, but it's a goal you can keep in mind as you're going through patch 8.3 content. Then we have the Awakened Mind Borer, which is the same model again. This comes from completing all the BFA Mythic Plus dungeons on a key of plus 15 or higher. Now there's going to be more reason to do keys up to level 15, as in Season 4 gear will scale all the way up to level plus 15 rather than just up to plus 10, so there's, you've got more reason to do this because you're going to be getting gear, so it's a worthy achievement to, set your goal on. Then we've got the Wriggling Parasite, lovely name, another recolor of this model, and that comes from the Glory of the ny'alotha Raider achievement. Quite straightforward there, that'll likely take some time as well. Next we've got the Waste Wonder Sky Terror. Now this is probably the most boring mount that's in this list. This comes from getting exalted with the Oldham Accord, which are the faction that are going to be there when you're completing assaults in Oldham, so you're going to do this throughout 8.3 content. You'll get there eventually. It costs 24,000 gold, which is quite steep if you ask me for a mount that isn't that special looking, but that's just my opinion. Then you've probably heard that Alpacas are coming in the next patch, so they're not all confirmed exactly other than this one. So there's one called Molly. She comes from the world boss June Gorger Crowlock, which is only active with the world quest Sandswept Bones. Now this has been out for a while. It's one of the world bosses that came out initially with the Battle for Azeroth, and it rotates with all the other world bosses, so you might have to wait some weeks to get this, and it isn't confirmed if it's an 100% drop chance. It likely could be due to the wait, but we'll just have to see. Now the other 2 colours come from Vol'dun again. Now this could be from a different rare or a quest line, it isn't confirmed yet, and as we see with the elusive Quick Hoof, but it gives no clue as how to get it. The last one is from Oldham, and it's part of a quest called Alpaca It In, which will likely be a chain, so basically just need to wait and see how to get that one. Next up we've got the Ranjani Warserpent. Now I know a lot of people are going to be wanting this one because it's really cool, and it's been one that's been requested since Mr. Pandaria. So now it's quite simple on the surface to get this, but it could take some work. Now you don't need exalted reputation or anything with the Rajani. What you need to do is get yourself a pristine Cloud Serpent scale. Now we're not sure where this comes from. This could either drop from a rare during the assault, It could be a small drop chance from Cloud Serpent mobs in the zone. It could come from the chest that you get when you complete the invasion, which is called the Cache of the Black Empire. We just aren't sure yet, so this is going to need some more research and discovery when it finally becomes apparent where it comes from, and I'll definitely let you know when I do find out. Now the rest of these mounts drop from rares pretty much in either Oldham or the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Now what you need to know is there are two types of assaults. Now ny'alotha will not be assaulting both zones each time, but both zones, as is on the PTR currently, are under attack at the same time. But for example, if Oldham is currently being assaulted by ny'alotha, then the assault in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms will be from the warring clans, so there'll be different types of mobs, and I'm assuming different types of rares, because the assaults actually take place in slightly different areas of each zone, so you need to bear that in mind. Like for this first one, for example, Clutch of Halli, this drops from a mob with the same name, Halli, in Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Now I don't think she will be active in the ny'alotha invasion, but she will be active in the warring clans invasion in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. It sounds complicated, but you'll get it if you know what I mean. So we've got Halli, again from Vale of Eternal Blossoms, there's a few more. We've got the Ivory Cloud Serpent, which is similar to the Rajani Cloud Serpent, but not quite as cool, which drops from the rare with the same name again, Ivory Cloud Serpent. And we've also got Ren's Stalwart Hound, which drops from Hound Lord Ren. And then we've got the Mount Xin Lao, which drops from another rare called An de the Loyal, which spawns at this location on the map when the Vale has been assaulted by the warring clans, not ny'alotha. There's another one for Oldham, which is the Waste Marauder, which drops from a guy called Rot Feaster, which is a rare in Oldham. So how do you think we're going to be able to acquire the ones such as the Rajani Cloud Serpent that we don't know yet, and the other ones? What do you think about the rares? Do you think there'll be a 100% drop chance or not? And yeah, let me know which is your favourite mount. Nice one guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been LazyBeast and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.